Welcome to the Calculus, a collection of micro lectures, video lessons, and sample exercises. Let's compute the antiderivative of this given rational function using the substitution rule. The same given was already solved in the previous video. We have here the integral of the square root of 4x minus 7 dx. Or we can rewrite this as the integral of the binomial expression 4x minus 7 raised to the power of 1/2, where the radical expression is now changed into an exponent, which is a fraction. Then you have here dx. In the previous video, you might want to view that we're able to solve the answer for this using the chain rule. The chain rule is the rule in using or in solving the antiderivative of any composite function. And just for a short review, the answer in the previous video was actually 1/6. You have here 4x minus 7 to the power of 3/2 plus c. For this video, we are going to use the substitution rule to determine whether the answer earlier in the previous video is correct. And later on, it's up to you which is easier for you to use, whether it's chain rule or substitution rule. The idea of substitution rule is that for this given expression here, the base of the exponent 1/2 or the radicand earlier is a binomial expression, allowing it to be represented by another variable. Let's say here, let u be equal to 4x minus 7. The entire expression here would become the integral of u to the power of 1/2. Okay? So I'm not writing the x yet because there's also a connection for that later on. When you look into this, it's easier for us to solve that using u as 4x minus 7 because this patterns the power rule, x to the power of n dx, where n is obviously not equal to -1. We have 1/2 here. So that's actually equivalent to x to the power of n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus c. Okay? But of course, this is only true once we use u equal to 4x minus 7. Easier to look at that and to represent dx, because dx cannot be placed here as we already changed 4x minus 7 into u. What will happen here is that from this substitution, allowed to derive both sides pertaining to their respective variables. So u, the derivative of that is du. On the other side, 4x will become 4 dx with respect to x, and minus 7 it becomes 0. With this relationship, dx now, when you divide both sides by 1/4, you will have here dx is equal to 1/4 of du. Okay, so this would then be the representation of dx as we use the substitution rule. So you have here u to the power of 1/2 times 1/4 du upon the use of substitution rule. Since 1/4 is a scalar multiple, you can move that out. 1/4, the integral u to the power of 1/2 du. Okay, and then we'll be using this power rule for this solution. So you will have here 1/4 times, so you have u to the power of 1/2 plus 1 over 1/2 plus 1 plus c. Okay, where u is represented by x here. So moving down, we can actually write in this manner 1/4. Then you will have here u to the power of 3/2 over 3/2 plus c. Rewriting the denominator being a fraction into its reciprocal, you have here 1/4 times 2/3 u to the power of 3/2 plus c. Then we multiply 1/4. Okay, that would mean 1/4 times 2/3. Take note, this can be simplified, right? But for the first relationship, so 1/4 times 2/3 is 2 over 12, or simply 1/6 of u to the power of 3/2 plus 1/4 of c, or just generally the equivalent to c. This is the answer after using the substitution of u. But we know that u earlier is represented or are representing 4x minus 7. So returning that, you will have your final answer here of 1/6 times 4x minus 7 raised to the power of 3/2 plus c. This is the answer to the item using the substitution rule. And by the way, comparing that to the answer when we use the chain rule in the previous video, we have the same result. So this is the process of using a substitution rule. You can use the previous video to identify or review the chain rule, and then later on, it's up to you which you'll be using unless you are required to specify which rule. But if you are not, you can use either chain rule or substitution rule to solve for the antiderivative of this type of functions, specifically radical function that would represent a composite function. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe now!